Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the secrets hidden in plain sight, and boy do we have a juicy one today. Church & Dwight, the folks behind Arm and Hammer Baking Soda and OxyClean Laundry Booster, are dropping some news and we're here to decode it for you. This report is a snapshot of Church & Dwight Co. Inc.'s latest moves filed on August 1, 2025. It's like getting a special bulletin about what's happening right now. So Church & Dwight is a big deal in household products. You probably have something from them in your home right now. They operate in Delaware, incorporated there, and their main office is in Ewing, New Jersey. The date that matters here is August 1, 2025. That's when they announced their financial results for the quarter that ended on June 30, 2025. This is what we're really interested in because it tells us how they're doing. Now, Church & Dwight is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol CHD. This means everyday people like you and me can invest in the company by buying shares of its common stock. The main reason for this filing is to tell us about their financial results. They issued a press release on August 1, 2025 that's attached to this report. Think of it as the company giving us the official update on how much money they made and what their financial situation looks like. So the really juicy details are in that press release. This is where we get the numbers that tell the story of their performance. We're going to dive into those numbers. This section just lists what's included with the report. They're providing information about their financial condition and results, and also a cover page for some interactive data. It's mostly administrative stuff to make sure everything is properly filed. The report is signed by Lee B. McChesney, their Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. Having the CFO sign off on this is standard practice and shows official approval of the information being reported. Now let's get to the good stuff, the financial results. While this specific filing doesn't contain the detailed tables themselves, it points us to the press release for those numbers. Unfortunately, the press release isn't provided directly in the text here, but based on the context of an 8K reporting. Item 2.02, this is where we would find critical information like revenue earnings per share, and maybe updates on their various brands. What we can infer is that the company is sharing its performance for the quarter ending June 30, 2025. Typically, when a company like Church & Dwight reports these numbers, we look for how their sales are growing or shrinking and whether their profits are up or down. For a company that sells everyday consumer goods like cleaning supplies and personal care items, consistent growth and profitability are key indicators of success. We'd want to see if their iconic brands like Arm & Hammer continue to resonate with consumers and if newer products or marketing campaigns are driving sales. Are they gaining market share against competitors like Procter & Gamble or Clorox, or are they losing ground? These are the questions the financial results would answer. Think about it this way. Imagine you own a small bakery. You'd want to know if you sold more bread this month than last month and if your profit margin on each loaf increased. For Church & Dwight, it's the same principle but on a much larger scale with baking soda, laundry detergent and other household staples. They're reporting on the health of their entire business. When we see a press release like this, it's often carefully worded to put the best foot forward. They'll highlight successes and explain away any disappointing numbers. Our job here at Corporate Decoder is to look past the polish and understand what the raw figures really mean. For example, if their revenue is up but their profit is down, that might mean they're spending a lot more on marketing or that the cost of their ingredients has gone way up, making their products less profitable per sale. Also, we'd be looking for any commentary on their outlook for the rest of the year. Are they optimistic about future sales, or are they anticipating challenges like economic slowdowns or increased competition? This information is crucial for understanding where the company is headed. If this report had contained detailed tables, we would be scrutinizing figures like net sales, gross profit, operating income, and net income. We would compare these numbers to the same period last year to see the percentage change. A 5% increase in sales might sound good, but if the cost of goods sold increased by 10%, then their profitability is actually worse. Conversely, if there are profit surge, that could indicate strong cost management or perhaps a successful shift to higher margin products. And the key is to see if the company is growing its top line sales and its bottom line profit sustainably. For Church & Dwight, brand strength and consumer loyalty are huge assets, but they also operate in a very competitive market. So execution is everything. Looking at Church and Dwight's typical performance, they've generally been a solid performer, often showing steady growth. However, they aren't immune to market forces. Economic downturns can affect consumer spending on non-essential products, though their core offerings are usually considered staples. Changes in raw material costs, like the price of chemicals or packaging, can also impact their margins. So my take on this August 2025 filing is that it's them officially announcing their latest performance update. It's a signal to investors and the market that they're sharing the results of their operations for the second quarter of the year. The real substance is in the actual financial numbers, which unfortunately I can't see directly from this filing alone, but the fact that they're filing this 8K means they're adhering to transparency rules and providing timely information. The company's direction really hinges on its ability to innovate and adapt its well-known brands to changing consumer preferences and market dynamics. A key risk for them is always the competition and managing input costs effectively. An opportunity often lies in expanding into new markets or developing new product categories that leverage their brand equity. Ultimately, Church and Dwight is a company with strong brand recognition and a history of delivering value to shareholders. This filing represents a moment where they are accountable for their performance and sharing that journey with the public. Alright, that's our quick decode of this Church and Dwight filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.